Hi everybody, I am Donna Schwenk, and I'm the author of Cultured Food for Life. And I want to tell you a little bit about my experience of reading Joe Dispenza's book, You're the Placebo. I'm a Hay House author, and I was in the process of supposedly supposed to be writing my second book. I was running out of time. It was like 6 weeks I had left to write my book before the deadline, and I got the advance money in the mail, and I had a panic attack because I realized people were counting on me. My business had been growing really fast, and I was really struggling with handling all the pressures that entailed. So I got Joe's book, You're the Placebo. I took my computer and I went to the lake where we have a boat, and I lived on my boat, and I wrote my book. And the only thing I had with me was Joe's book. And I tell you, within a day or two of reading Joe's book, and I read it really quickly. I stayed up one night all alone and read that book. It changed me so dramatically that it allowed me to access a creative part of myself that I didn't even know existed. And I wrote my book in a month. And it was utopia. I tell you what, I loved that. It was such a wonderful world that I was living in while writing this book. But then when I came back home to my life and everybody started reminding me, like Joe says, of who you are, all chaos broke loose. It was bad. I mean, everything started getting messed up. Every relationship I had started to have struggles in it, and business things were bothering me, and problems were arising. And he says that once you do that, you mess up your energy, and he was right. And I didn't know what to do, so I just blamed him. I said it was all his fault because I was living in utopia, and then I came back and I couldn't handle my life anymore because everything was changing. And so then I had to do what Joe talks about in his book, which is you have to do the work. And I had to do the meditations, and I had to train my brain and my body to cooperate. And it was not easy. He said it wouldn't be easy, but I didn't believe him, and I should have, because it was periods of utopia, and then it was periods of disaster, and periods of utopia and periods of disaster. After about 3 months, 4 months, it started to calm down. And I entered into a world that was so precious for me. I tell you, it changed everything for me. He is the real deal, guys. I needed help and I didn't know where to turn. And that little book that I brought to the lake, changed everything for me. It caused me to grow and understand what I was struggling with. It allowed me to become the person I always wanted to be. You know, it was something that I couldn't achieve on my own, but I didn't even know how to ask for help because I didn't know what was wrong. And all the answers for me were in his book. I went to one of his advanced workshops in January as a treat to myself. And honestly, it's been such a blessing in my life. I am so grateful for the things that he has taught me, that has allowed me to be somebody that I never thought I could be. So I highly recommend it. I recommend all his books because now I've read them all. I really recommend his workshops. Anything that you can get your hands on about Joe's work or books or meditations, which I love, I would recommend you do, because it has meant so much to me and changed my life so dramatically. And Joe, I appreciate you. Love you a lot. And I hope that my next book coming out is going to have a little bit of you in there because you helped me write it. Thank you so much.